Hey guys, Jeremy here, KL70C, and I'm with Sean, KL5NE. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button and follow us on all our Alaska adventures. So Sean was nice enough to bring me out to his cabin, and just a remarkable, beautiful place. I can't get over the beauty of it.
Yeah, this is a special place. It's really quiet out here. We're out here in what, almost the middle of March, or no, beyond the middle of March.
Yep.
And I don't know what freaking day is it. Jeremy, you lose track out here.
Sunday.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Daylight savings time Sunday. But yeah, you lose track of time, and it's quiet here. The snow dampens the sound out here. So yeah, you can come out here and you can definitely find yourself out here.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very jealous.
You should be.
No, because this is what most guys dream about, having a remote cabin in the middle of nowhere, just a piece of property that's yours, something that you built by hand, and you put all that work into it. And
yeah, it's definitely been a bucket list item for a very long time. So I'm very, very, very fortunate and humbled to have the opportunity to be able to come out here and purchase a piece of land from the state of Alaska and build a cabin out here at this location. So I'm very fortunate and humbled by it, and that's what I really like to do, is also bring very close friends out here, Jeremy, so they can kind of experience the same thing that I experience out here as well. So.
Absolutely. If you've seen the drone footage on the way up, so Sean's cabin is sitting right on the lake, and we actually did some fishing last night and caught some pretty nice burbot. One of our friends that's with us, Chris, ended up catching a trophy burbot.
He did, yeah.
Which was a monster, 34 inches.
34-inch burbot, and that's actually 2 inches over what you would consider being a trophy here in Alaska. And yeah, it was about I don't know, 300 feet right here in front of the cabin. We have world-class fishing. So not only is it a beautiful spot, it's an awesome place for fishing, hunting, exploring. If you just want to get out in the wild, it's an amazing place here. So this is definitely that piece of Alaska that people talk about, the untouched portions of Alaska. So it's awesome out here, man. I'm glad you made it out.
Yeah, it's been remarkable. We set up the radios yesterday, made a couple contacts, or Sean did. I tried to get do some Pota hunting, but I couldn't get through. We were running the 705 QRP, and we're pretty close to Lake Louise, the state recreation area. So on the way back, we'll stop by there and see if we can activate that part.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was actually a really fun contact. Everyone that's probably watching this channel is probably very familiar with you doing a lot of Pota, and I've recently got into it. So we've kind of been into that groove of doing Pota all the time. And then just to get out there and just talk on the radio and not be under that Pota pressure of trying to make contacts.
Oh yeah.
We got to talk to a 92-year-old gentleman last night. He's from Northwest area down in the United States, and just a really, really nice guy. And I love making contacts with people like that. He's telling us about his station and how long he's been doing it and why he's been doing it. And it's really good to talk with people on the radio.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of brings back the heart of ham radio too. Pota is absolutely fun and fantastic, but when you actually go out there and you make a connection with someone and you kind of relate with someone, the guy sounded like he was our age, like 40, and he's like, I'm 92 years old. And I'm
Man, what? Sean looked at each other, we're like, holy cow.
Sounds amazing, but that was great. Yeah.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room, or the bear in the room.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at that. So Sean, she has a very unique story.
Yeah, she does, and it's a shared story, and that was out there with me. He's not here, but his name is Jesse, and he played a very, very important role in getting this bear. But we weren't bear hunting. That's the amazing thing about this story. We're actually moose hunting out here. It was about 3-4 years ago, and there's a pond behind the property here about a mile back in. And my son and I were back there for about 4 days, and we were hunting moose. And we had a little blind set up back there, and there was lots of moose sign back there, so we knew it was a good spot. Well, my son had some commitments and couldn't make it there the rest of the weekend, so he had to leave early. So I called up my buddy Jesse, and I said, hey, Ryan's leaving. You want to come out and do some hunting with me? He was here the very next day, and I believe it was a Saturday morning. We headed back to that exact same spot, and so my son and I were back there for 4 days. So obviously our scent is all over the place. I mean, we've been eating lunch back there, you know, doing other bio activities back there.
And you're moose hunting, so you're not even worried about it.
Not even worried about it. And the wind was always in our favor coming across the direction we're hunting. So it was fantastic. But as my son and I were going to the pond every day, we were taking the beaten path, and it really exposed you to be seen from the other side of the pond. So I had this idea that we would go a different route and circle back to the blind that we had, so we wouldn't be exposed from the other side, so we'd be kind of hidden. And so Jesse and I went up there and circled around. And the same tree I was carrying a 300 Win Mag, the same tree I've been leaning on every single day and kind of sitting there moose hunting. Leaned it there. My buddy Jesse was about 3 feet behind me over my right shoulder. And as soon as I laid my rifle down, I looked up, and 15 feet away, this bear standing on her hind legs, staring me eyeball to eyeball. That is not made up. I could see what she was thinking, and kind of made that like instant contact, like, what are you doing here? And she's like, well, what are you doing here? Right. And my natural reaction, any bear in Alaska that's within 15 feet of you is a threat, hands down, whether they're approaching you or whatever. They're in your safe bubble. I grabbed the 300 Win Mag, and I before I shot, I leaned over this way and I said, grizzly bear, like super slow, as clear as possible. And that's one thing that Jesse absolutely remembers, how I said that. And so I swung up and I hip shot her because she was that close, and I hit her in the front right shoulder, and definitely got her attention. And the funny thing, I was in the military, so I'm used to semi-automatic weapons. And of course, that is a high-stress environment, a bear that close.
Oh, absolutely.
And so after I hip shot her, I pulled my rifle up, and I was going to take another shot. Of course, I didn't cycle the bolt like an idiot, but I was like, oh, malfunction is what my mind was telling me. So I laid my rifle down, and I went for my 10 millimeter that was in my chest holster. But by that time, Jesse had already drawn his 10 millimeter, and I think maybe like 2 or 3 rounds he had already got into her before I pulled mine. Wow. So I got a couple rounds in her, and she was kind of retreating sideways at that point in time, because now she's like, oh, there's 2 guys here shooting at me. And I think Jesse got a pretty devastating shot. He had his 300 Win Mag, and yeah, that's how that went down. And oh my gosh, talk about an adrenaline rush, and just unexpected. We're not out there hunting bears. We were there for moose, but they're out here. The bears are getting thick out here on the lake. It's real out here. I try to warn people when they come out here that they're here, and they need to be very, I don't want to be cliche, but bear aware, is the saying. It was funny because the first time I ever came out here, I met one of the neighbors on the lake here, and I asked him about grizzly bears. He's like, I've lived out here for 30 years. I've never seen a grizzly bear. There's nothing you have to worry about. And so I was like, okay, yeah. So there's no grizzly bears like in proximity. Right. And turns out they're out there. You just got to get off the beaten path just a little bit. Yeah.
She's a beauty, though.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's got nice blonde color.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate the opportunity, you inviting me out.
Yeah.
Showing us a little bit, telling us a little bit, about the cabin, about Judy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'm kind of undecided right now if I'm going to invite you out again because you're out fishing me. I mean, you've pulled up some really nice burbot out there, some 2 nice. Mine I've had to put back because they just weren't quite big enough to eat. But yeah, so, you got 2 real nice ones out there.
Yeah, this is one of those things. One of the fish that I really wanted to go after because I had a chance to go after a burbot. But yeah, the first one I caught, he was a little one. Sean called it a minnow, but this was at the same time when Chris caught the big one.
Yeah.
I think Chris caught my fish basically. But
actually, you had a nice assist. Chris was actually outside of the tent.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, we have the sonar set up there, and this huge red blob comes across. I'm just like, there's got to be something wrong with that, because to this day I have not seen anything that big on the sonar.
Right.
And then Jeremy looks over, and the tip of Chris's rod just sitting there hitting like really hard. And I told him, I was like, hey, grab it. And he's just like, no, I'm not going to do that to Chris. And so Chris ran in the tent really fast and got a nice set on it and got it up. So that was pretty darn exciting. That's the biggest burbot I've seen pulled up out of the waters.
Do some more fishing here, and then we'll head back towards Lake Louise and set up in the park, and hopefully we can make some contacts.
Yeah, and we'll get out of here sometime today because the cleaning lady's coming in here, right?
Oh yeah.
Just joking.
We have made it to Lake Louise. What's this park designator, do you know?
I do not know the park designator.
And look, we found another pavilion.
And I don't have to shovel the picnic table this time.
Yeah, we're gonna set up here. Buddistick.
Yeah.
And yeah, and 7300. So use our 100 watts and see what we can do. So this will be my first time activating this part. Sean's activated before, so all right, we're all set up. We've got the IKON 7300, 35 amp hour battery box. We are running the Buddistick. That is Chris. He is the burbot slayer. So we're going to try to get him on the air, and I'll pad the log. Beautiful day.
Kilo Oscar 4 Tango X-Ray November 42 into Park Kilo 7216 QSL. Copy the 3-3 from North Carolina.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 Echo November Sierra. This is Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. Great signal today in Alaska. 5959, my friend. QSL.
QSL 2057 sounds like it's picking up just a little bit there. Let me make sure I got the call sign. It's Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. QSL.
Roger.
Hey, thanks for the park today, guys. K0 73.
Absolutely. We sure appreciate the contact. 73 to you.
Whiskey 7 Sierra Bravo Hotel 55 into Park Kilo 7216 QSL. Roger, copy the 55 into Utah, and I have
Kilo Romeo 4 India.
Kilo Romeo 4 India. Great signal, my friend. 59 into Park Kilo 7216. And this is Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. QSL.
Carolina, over.
Roger. Hey, thanks for the contact.
Kilo November 6 Kilo India.
Kilo November 6 Kilo India. Great signal into Park Kilo 7216. I got you at 59 QSL.
QSL, you are 5454 California.
Alpha Juliet 4 Romeo Mike. This is Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. 56, my friend, into Park Kilo 7216 QSL.
Roger. I need to get your call again. I'll just give me your call one more time.
Roger, it's Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. QSL.
Gotcha. Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. You're also 53 Gulf Coast, Alabama.
Roger. Copy the 53 in Alpha Lima. Hey, we should appreciate the contact, my friend. 73. November Charlie 4 X-Ray Lima. This is Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. 5959, my friend, into the park. QSL.
Roger.
Roger. Copy the 4-4, my friend. Hey, thanks for your patience, and say 73, my friend.
Kilo Oscar 4 Foxtrot Hotel Sierra. This is Kilo Lima 5 November Echo. I also have you 5-4 at Park Kilo 7216 QSL.
Kilo November 4, Sierra, Whiskey Sierra. How are you, my friend? John, 556 into Park Kilo 7216, QSO.
Jeremy. Hey, thank you guys for being out there. 5-7 for both of you. 73. Keep warm out there.
Absolutely, my friend. We sure appreciate the contact and look forward to seeing you and Diane at Dayton. 7-3, my friend.
7-3.
Victor Echo 4 Alpha November Echo.
Victor Echo 4 Alpha November Echo 58 into Park Kilo 7216.
QSL Kilo Lima 5 November Echo. I got you 5353 into Southern Manitoba. Mike Bravo, name here is James. Over.
Oh, roger that, James. Appreciate the 5-3 and appreciate you being out there hunting today, my friend.
Kilo Foxtrot 0 November Whiskey X-Ray. This is Kilo Lima 7 Echo Charlie. Great signal, my friend. 5-9 into Park Kilo 7216, QSL.
QSL to 5-9. I as well have you as 5-9 into North Dakota.
Roger, copy the 5-9 and November Delta. Hey, we should appreciate the contact, my friend. 7-3.
73.